Each week you'll be emailed a link to your new trip sheet. The sheet will have your name and the week that it's for. Open the email, click the link, and your new sheet will open. If you're doing this on your phone, you'll need to have the Google Sheets app downloaded. When you click on the link from your phone, the sheet will open in the Google Sheets app. Once you've got your sheet open, you'll see at the bottom the days of the week. Select the day of the week that it is. Let's say it's Wednesday. Once you're on the correct sheet, on the top left corner, enter the month and date. Then enter the name of the driver and the chaser. At this point, your sheet is set up and ready to use. When the driver and the chaser are together, enter the kilometers from the chase car's odometer into the kilometer section. At the end of the night, you'll enter the end kilometers, and that will create the fuel compensation for the chaser. Now you're ready to start entering the trips in. You'll notice that there is a message at the top that says, "Please only fill in the white boxes." All the white boxes are data cells, and all the gray ones automatically calculate for us. Make sure not to enter any data into any of the gray cells for any reason. If you accidentally do, you'll need to start your night over again on a new sheet from a different day that you're not using, and let the manager know that your trip log for that night is under a different day. When you receive a trip from the dispatcher, you enter the information into the first 4 cells. Once you've completed the trip, you enter the kilometers, and the price will appear in the fare column. Make sure your kilometers are entered by the half kilometer, which is how we charge. So if it was 25.3 kilometers, you would enter 25.5. The discount menu shows the different discounts. We'll go through some of these examples soon. Note that the one called Other in the discount column is not going to be used. It's just a placeholder for if we come up with a different discount and need a place to put it. So make sure you don't select that one until we give you instruction to use it. So let's say for this trip they had a $5 off card. Select the $5 off, and you'll see the received amount displays the discounted total. Next, you'll enter the total amount of the transaction into the square column here, including the tip. You do not need to enter the tip amount in the tip column. You'll need to enter the total amount charged through Square, including the tip, into the square column. This will automatically enter the tip amount by subtracting the fare from the Square total. Let's say it's $95. You'll see that the tip updates. After you've done that, the line is complete, and you can move on to the next trip. I'll show you another example. In this example, the customer will have a corporate card. So let's say they were 19 kilometers, and then we'll select corporate. You'll see that the price will reduce to the corporate rate, and then we'll enter the Square total. Let's say it was $65.24. And the line will be complete. You'll see next to the Square column there is an area for gift certificates. I'm going to show you how to do one if a customer has a gift certificate. So let's enter the information. And then the kilometers. And let's say this is a military customer, so we'll apply the military discount. Now, when the customer goes to pay, let's say they give you a $25 gift certificate. So you would deduct $25 from the price and charge them the remaining balance on a Square. When you enter it into your sheet, you enter the gift certificate balance over here, and then the remaining amount that they paid over here. And let's say it was $25 as well. That will still give you the balance with a tip, and it will charge the correct amount of money that we need to see in there. Now let's just say that the customer paid you with 2 gift certificates for $50 instead of giving you payment for the card on the other. It'll still work out the same. You just enter $50 in the gift certificate, nothing in the square column, and it will still show you your fare and the tip. If the customer does give you gift certificates that surpass the received amount, then you can have that as a tip. But obviously we don't give any change because A, we don't take cash, and B, we don't give change on gift certificates. Alright, I'm going to enter one more here, and this one is going to have no discount. Let's say we were 10 kilometers, and then the total amount they gave us was $55.20. The last two I'm going to show you are staff rides and account charges. Let's start with staff rides. So staff pay half price of full price. So the total amount is just split between the driver and the chaser. So let's enter the trip details in. And then we'll enter the kilometers. And it will display the full price. Now at this point, before you select the staff discount, you'll need to calculate the price you'll be charging. It's important to do this before you select the discount, because once you do, the number in the fare column disappears, since we're just entering this as a tip. So since the price here is $44.66, we'd be charging the staff member $22.33. Once you've determined the total, you can select the staff discount. Then you enter the total amount that they paid through Square. Say it was $30. Once you enter that total, you'll see the $30 appear completely in the tip column. Alright, lastly, let's go over accounts. Accounts have to be logged like a regular trip. Then they have the account holder's information logged again below here. This section is where we generate the invoice from. So we enter the trip details as usual. Then the kilometers. Now, when we select account, the price will automatically be reduced to the corporate rate. All accounts are corporate. Let's go to account. There we go. And you'll notice that a 15% tip automatically generates. That's because all accounts have an automatic 15% tip. You'll also notice that the amount shows up in the accounts section over here. You don't need to fill in any total manually for accounts. It'll automatically do it for you. Now, in order for us to be able to actually charge this account, we need to know who we're charging and what the first name and last name is. So that's what we do over here. Now, you start by entering the trip number over here. So this was trip number 6. So we enter number 6 here, and it will pull the kilometers, fare, and the tip from up top so that you don't need to re-enter it. Once you've selected the correct trip number, you enter the first name, and then the last name, and then you choose from the list of accounts. Now you can usually start by typing, and it will show up. Our account holders will be in there, so if you don't see the business name, they don't have an account with us. Just make sure you're selecting the name correctly. Alright, so let's say that's it for the night and there are no more trips. The last thing you do is enter the chaser's N kilometers and the totals will calculate. So let's say they went an even 200 kilometers. There we go. So it'll show what the fuel amount is that's going to be transferred right over here. Now you'll see over here the driver and chaser. You'll see what they earned in fares. You'll see what they earned in tips. And you'll see the amount of gas money that is being transferred from the driver to the chaser. And then the total what they earned is right here. Now if you've got any notes you'd like to add, you can add them in this section. And that's it. You've completed a nice sheet. Now you can move on to the next day of your scheduled shift with the new sheet on that day. You don't need to save this sheet or share it at all. It automatically saves and updates on our end as you go. If you've come across any questions as you go along, or if something's not working on your sheet, please send an email to tyler@drivesmartvictoria.com.